Every year I'm in the space sector, the space domain, it's just accelerating. The growth in it is getting bigger and bigger and faster and faster. I'm Steve Young. I'm the president of the missions division at ICEYE. ICEYE builds radar satellites, small, high-performance, low-cost radar satellites. Yes, SAR does. It works 24 hours a day. It works in any weather conditions, so it means you can see the surface of the planet no matter what the weather or what the time of day. Why that is so valuable is you need to be able to collect data of the Earth on a regular and repeatable basis. So if it's cloudy, you still need to be able to see the planet. If you've got an optical satellite, all you get is a nice picture of clouds, or if it's dark, you can't see anything. So to get around those issues, you need to have radar. Yes, ICEYE does serve both military and commercial clients. On the commercial side, one of the things we're doing at the moment, for example, is monitoring flooding and major flood events, particularly for the emergency services and also for the insurance industry. That is just one application, of which there are many. We're focusing on disasters, natural disasters, wildfires, earthquakes, flooding, that sort of thing at the moment, because we had to start somewhere. But there's many other applications that you could look at. When you move to the defense and security domain, that often focuses on things like border security, maritime security, illegal fishing, drug runners and so on, and of course particularly in recent times, the crisis in Ukraine. The technology that we've got, because we can measure changes with some techniques literally down to the millimeter level on the surface of the planet, we can monitor very precisely what's happening with construction sites, with ground movement, with any sort of change that you see on the Earth's surface. And that's incredibly useful to do, particularly with a SAR, a radar, where you can do it on a repeatable basis, no matter what the time of day or whatever the weather. There is more and more SAR data, more and more data from every sensor, but particularly more and more SAR data being collected, and processing that, distributing that, using that is becoming an increasing challenge just because there's so much of it. From a security perspective, it is absolutely the case that all of this data at source of collection, so on board the satellite, is encrypted, and it's encrypted to the very latest standards. So we don't have any particular issue around that level of security. Once the data is on the ground and being used, it's then subject to the typical IT and software type security systems that we've all got in place now. On the ethical angle, we are focused, and in fact we're founded on the principle of being able to monitor and observe changes on the Earth's surface from a climate change perspective, and being able to monitor those things. And that really drove, if you like, the ethical underpinnings of what's going on in ICEYE. And then for things like the export market and the defense and security market, those markets and activities are very highly regulated around the world, and ICEYE, of course, complies with any of the regulations and international compliance requirements that we have to. Every year I'm in the space sector, the space domain, it's just accelerating. The growth in it is getting bigger and bigger and faster and faster. And if anything, there's even more players now, and it just seems to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Despite some analysts suggesting it had peaked, far from it. I think this is absolutely just the beginning. It's got a long way to go yet.